Hello and welcome back to the weekly vlog. This week is finally moving week and I cannot wait. It's actually Wednesday and I haven't vlogged at all because it's been really busy. One of my kids has strep throat. Like it's just, all the things. But it's moving week and I can't wait to take you along and show you all the things. So let me just give you, I'll give you like a tour of what my house or what the Airbnb looks like right now and how we've been living. Yeah, so this is what, I haven't even shown you upstairs. Currently we're like packing suitcases and all that kind of stuff to get ready for the move. We are moving, it is Wednesday, we're moving on Friday. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to finally get settled into our new house and like I feel finally start our life here in Alberta. Like obviously the kids are in school, they're in sports, like all that kind of thing. I've met friends, we're in mommy group. So in that sense, like we have started our life here, but we're still so unsettled because we haven't had our own place, right? So it's really exciting and I can't wait for that. So I'll show you more going along this week. We rented a U-Haul, obviously. The reason that we got furniture delivered here, I know a lot of people are gonna ask that. The reason that we got furniture delivered here was because all of our stuff from Ontario, we hired movers and all of our stuff from Ontario is being delivered and that's being delivered on the Saturday. And then we also bought other furniture from the Brick, Leon, Structube, a couple of other places that's also being delivered. But there were certain things because we get the house on Friday, nothing's being delivered until Saturday. So there were certain things like we needed to get beds for the boys. So like these are beds for the boys. So we didn't want to have to wait. We wanted to be able to get some stuff in like our couch. We couldn't set a delivery date for our couch. I'm going to do like a whole cozy couch review. But you can't set a delivery date. You just kind of have to like wait and see when it gets delivered. They give you kind of like a time frame. But we wanted to make sure that we had it right away. Because obviously living without a couch with 5 people is, not the greatest. So we were just eager to kind of get stuff so that when we get in there on Friday, we have a few things that we can already like put together. We can start building the boys' bed so we can just throw their mattresses on when they get delivered on Saturday, those kinds of things. So yeah, we've chosen to live in this disarray. We definitely could have waited and had stuff delivered to the new house, but again, there's just so much being delivered, and at least this gives us something to do on the Friday. We can kind of get the ball rolling and get stuff organized, or starting to get stuff organized before all of our other stuff gets delivered. So yeah, that's where we're at, and I will touch base with you. I'm also trying to watch Bridgerton. Do you guys watch Bridgerton? And I've only gotten 2 episodes. So I'm gonna clean my kitchen and I'm gonna put a Bridgerton episode on my laptop so I can watch it while I clean the kitchen, because we just have to multitask everything in life when you have 3 kids. It's 7 a.m. on moving day. I was so excited. So we get our keys today and we're gonna go and move some of our stuff that we have in the Airbnb. But we're still coming back here to sleep because all of our like big stuff, our beds, all of our stuff from Ontario isn't being delivered till tomorrow. So we're gonna go and take everything that we can from here. Like all of this, we got a U-Haul. So like all of this, and our couch is going today. And we're gonna hopefully like set up some furniture and stuff and then come here, sleep. And then tomorrow like we'll officially be moved in. But yeah, and I've kind of shit the bed on vlogging this week. Just, I'm sure you can understand, it's been like really busy, really crazy and really hectic getting everything ready to go, but we're so excited. And I am excited to take you along with the process. I'm back. Okay, so I feel like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna show you like all of the moving and everything like that, which obviously didn't happen, and I'll tell you why. We are in our new house. Yay! But we found out on Friday night that our stuff from Ontario that was supposed to be delivered yesterday, so it's Sunday, so it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, on Saturday. We found out Friday night that our stuff is not being delivered and that it may be still in Ontario, and I don't know any more than that really, to be honest, and I just lost it. So that kind of like, I obviously wasn't like, oh, let me pick up my camera and vlog this for you, because that was a nightmare. So anyhow, oh, now my hand is like shaking really bad, sorry. I hope it's okay. So anyways, we did move in, and thank goodness. So we purchased a lot of our furniture new. We left a lot of our furniture in Ontario just because it was old. It had been with us like since my husband and I moved in together, like over a decade ago. So we were looking forward to getting new furniture anyway. So thank goodness we did that, because we do have most of like what we need here. And the stuff that's being shipped, the majority is just like our personal belongings, like kitchen stuff, like clothes, like that kind of stuff. But we are able to like make do with what we have. So that's that update. But yes, we are in our new house, and I'm gonna show you. So this looks like a disaster right now because my kids are sleeping on it because their beds are not delivered. But anyways, so this is our cozy couch. I'm gonna do a full review on it. I was planning on like filming the assembly and everything, but just like I said, with the news that our stuff was not getting shipped, we were just really not in the state of mind. But we love it. We are so happy with it. We have the XL, and it's so big and so plush, but I'll save that for another video. There's my kitty. Hi, baby. Corny. I'll save that for another video. I'll do like a dedicated video. So obviously life is like still a mess. We're still very much moving in. We just moved in Friday night. But I'm gonna show you what I got going on, because I am doing meal prep for the week. So this is beef that we just bought that I need to like section off, and I just put them in like Ziploc bags for the portion that we're gonna use. We buy in bulk and then portion out what we need. This is ground turkey with taco seasoning for my lunches that I'm going to make. This is ground turkey with like breakfast sausage seasoning. I also have some sweet potatoes roasting in there. I'm gonna do like a taco bowl with roasted sweet potatoes and ground turkey and avocado and like some other stuff, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, no, we are loving the house. It's so nice to be here finally. I'll just kind of give you like a little quick synopsis. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kathleen, and I know this is probably like the middle of the video, but this is how we're living these days. Anyways, so we moved from Ontario to Alberta. I've said that a million times, but again, if you're new here, you may not know that. So what happened was my husband left Ontario in November to come and find work here in Alberta. So he found work, he started working, and during that time we had listed our house for sale. So I was home in Ontario with all 3 kids by myself while my husband was here working while my house was selling. So we were doing all of the showings and the staging and all that kind of stuff, which was like super stressful. But we got through it. It was fine. It's fine. We're fine. Anyways, and then my husband was flying back, you know, periodically, obviously like when he could, because he was working. It's not like he could be flying back like every weekend or, you know, whatever. So anyways, our house finally sold and we moved here February 25th. So when we moved here, our plan was to stay in an Airbnb and look for a house, because closings here are typically 30 to 45 days. They're very short closings here, whereas Ontario, they're usually 60 to 90 days. So that was our anticipation, that we're gonna come here, we're gonna find a house, we'll stay in an Airbnb for a month and then move into our new home, was our intention. So we found this home. We love this home. It was literally like the first house that we saw. And as soon as we walked in here, it was like, this is our house. Like, I need to live here. It felt very, very, very good. And we both looked at each other and were like, are we crazy, like, to put an offer in on only the first house that we've seen here? But we did, and they actually came back to us and declined our offer. So we come to find out that they have purchased another home, and their new house doesn't close until June 6th. So today is June 3rd. And again, this is back in like the end of February. This is like February 28th. So, yeah, we didn't want to wait that long, and we were trying to push them for a shorter close, so we couldn't reach a negotiation, whatever. They also wanted us to come up and offer as well as extend our close date, and we were like, no, like you got to meet us halfway somewhere. So we ended up leaving it at that. They declined our offer. We moved on. We looked at a few other houses, and just nothing compared to this house. We like just kept thinking about it. And we spoke to our real estate agent again after seeing quite a few other houses. And we spoke to our real estate agent again, and we said, hey, can you reach out to the other agent and see if they are willing to negotiate? We'll wait for them to close, but they have to agree on our price. Like they have to meet us somewhere, you know? So we ended up negotiating again, and we ended up getting the price that we wanted, but we had the extended close. So again, this is the end of February. We didn't close until May 31st. So it was quite a long time. So we were in an Airbnb for a long time, and we were in an Airbnb in Edmonton. That's like the big hub around where we live, like the big city. It's actually the capital of Alberta. But anyway, so we were staying in Edmonton because it was just we live in a very small town now. It's actually a county. So there just wasn't much really for like Airbnbs or anything like that for us to stay at. So we ended up staying in Edmonton and enrolling the kids in school, because it was like, obviously, like we didn't want them just sitting in an Airbnb. They don't know anyone. They're not socialized. Like, you know what I mean? And we just didn't think that it was fair to them. So I was driving them back and forth every day. So it's like 30 minutes one way. So an hour approximately round trip. So I was doing that twice a day to get them here and get them home, for the last 2 months. So here we are, and we're finally in our house. And then again, just with the movers. So we bought a lot of our furniture new. A lot of the furniture that we had previously was very old, very dated. A lot of our stuff we got secondhand when we were just starting out, when we had just moved in together, like over a decade ago. I probably repeating pieces. I apologize, but I'm just trying to give you the full picture. So a lot of our stuff we bought new, thankfully. And then we found out on the Friday night. So our stuff was scheduled for delivery on June 1st. And they had told me the week prior that somebody would call me with a delivery time. So I was like, fair enough, whatever. And then of course, in all the chaos on Friday, I wasn't even really thinking about it. And then by like 3 o'clock, I was like, oh, I haven't heard from anybody. Let me call them and find out when my stuff is going to get here. So I'm calling. Nobody's answering. I finally end up getting a hold of somebody, and they said, your stuff is still in Ontario. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean my stuff is still in Ontario? You also told me it was going to be stored here in Alberta, not in Ontario. Anyways, so I lost my mind a little bit. And then like that was a whole ordeal. So not only did they obviously drop the ball in like a major way, but like nobody even reached out to tell me that my stuff wasn't coming. I had to call them. And then yeah, just the whole dealing with them was like absolutely like nobody gave a shit whatsoever. I was actually told that my personal problems don't matter. Like, anyways. So yeah, so this is where we're at. So it's just been a very stressful few days. But we are very positive people, and we're trying to look on the bright side here. And we're like, because we had so much stuff new, it was actually kind of nice not to have all of our other stuff here, because that gave us a lot of time to like build, like just focus on like building our new furniture and kind of getting that together, getting all the recycling out. Oh my gosh, there's so many boxes and like just styrofoam and recycling and everything. So I can only imagine like how much more stressful it would have been if our stuff was actually here too. So this kind of gives us time to like set up all of this stuff. And then when our stuff comes, we can focus on just unpacking our stuff, which is nice. Again, positivity, trying to see the good here, you know? So this is where we are at now. And that's why I've kind of like dropped the ball a little bit on filming. But here we are all moved in now. I don't know, maybe I'll give like a house tour or something like after our stuff is kind of like, we still have boxes and that kind of stuff, you know, everywhere. But what I am doing now is I'm gonna make my sourdough. I'm gonna make my first loaf of sourdough in the house, which I'm so excited to do. And this behind me is my pantry, and I'm so excited that I have a pantry. Oh my gosh. I feel like maybe in America, pantries are really common, but they're not. And in Alberta, they're also very common, but they're not common in Ontario. Like nobody that I know has a pantry. So I'm very excited to have a pantry, and there's so much storage in this house. We're so happy. We're really, really, really like, it all just fell into place perfectly. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I just wanted to give you the update. Maybe I will end the video here. I feel like, I haven't posted a video this week, so this will probably go up this week. And then part two will go up next week. I'll start filming for that so I can film over the weekend. I know that this is kind of a boring vlog. I feel like there was nothing really juicy in here. It's just me talking, so hopefully you're into that. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here and stay tuned for next week. And next week I will probably have a lot more guts in the video. Alrighty, have a good one.